So Projet's been brought to a room. There's a great deal of fire that along the edges. There's like 15, 20 foot things of fire going around you. There's some columns that cast some shadows, and there's like a door, like one door in. But even though the fire is going, it's not like where it's far enough away and down in the pits. It's like it just is warm in there, but it's not super hot. It's not like you're miserable. Because the Underdark is a little chilly to begin with. It's not like it's cold, but it's so like it almost feels like it is above ground on a sunny day. So you're just there. Your magic is sort of intact. So it's not necessarily like, I don't know if you have any spells that you'd want to use right now alone.
Well, I don't know.
I don't think you have like create food or water or anything like that, do you? So
No.
Okay. So while you were there, you think that you hear someone speak to you.
Okay, I'll look around.
Will you do a perception check?
Ooh, natural 20.
Yeah, you definitely hear someone speaking to you.
Do I recognize the voice?
Well, the natural 20, yes. It's a voice that you really did not want to hear.
Well, I know what this is.
So, then up out of the flames comes up your favorite ugly being.
Hey. Yes, sir. The hag? I don't know. I can't see that.
Yeah, it's the hag. So, I was just getting you up. So, the hag...
Oh, Lord. I figured you should be showing up anytime.
It's like, have you enjoyed the freedom that I've given you over the last little bit?
That you have given me? All you do is haunt my mind.
It's just you wishing for me to return, which I finally have.
Oh, you know me so well.
I know that you've been saving yourself for me.
Not quite true, but if you want to believe that, go ahead. Been a little busy also. Yeah, I noticed.
She said, are you ready to fulfill your oath to me? Your promise?
Yeah, no, not really right now. I'm kind of busy. You know, trying to avoid a war, not die in the process.
She said, I could help you with that. I'm really good at solving problems and helping people.
You are, but you've helped me enough, I feel. I don't want you to burden yourself to help me anymore.
So she's like, someday you will wish that you went ahead and took me up on my offer today.
Well, that may be, but I know how your offers go, and I'm kind of in it with you enough, I feel. So I really can't give any more. I really don't want to give any more than I have.
She comes up to you. She says, you will be in it more soon enough.
You know what? I don't doubt that.
So the hag.
But you know what? We're going to get by this. So you just sit back, make you some Hogwarts snack or whatever, and you just sit back and watch.
So she says, again, it's like, I warned you someday that you will wish that you'd have taken me up on the offer. And she sort of floats down into the flames and disappears.
Yeah.
And
okay.
So
I don't need no more favors from her.
about this time, the doors open up, and 2 Drow soldiers come in.
Hi guys.
So.
Or look beefy.
And then you see her, or as she walks in across this invisible bridge across the fire.
The hag?
Nope. It's like you sort of don't really recognize the person. Roll an insight.
Oh my goodness. I didn't know I was going to be doing all this. 18.
Oh. That after the numbers?
That's everything.
Okay. So you're 18. You look really, really deep, and you realize that it is the Empress. She's in
The Empress?
Yeah, the Empress.
Okay.
You know who you were talking to?
Yeah.
She says, sort of, she is in a different outfit. Her headgear and her armor and everything's gone.
Hello, my lady. Are you out for sporting?
She said, sport? She said, it's like sport, that's quite possible. She comes up. And she goes, may I sit?
Absolutely.
So she turns and she has her red, almost nightgown. And she sits down.
Shoot, I'll sit down with her.
Do you ask first or just sit down?
No, I asked. I'm respectful.
All right.
May I sit with you?
She said, you may proceed.
So I'll sit in.
So,
pull out my little water skin and have a drink and offer a drink.
I don't know if you have any of that. Like, you've pretty much been disarmed on stuff. But she does. And she pulls out, and she's like, it must be hard in here with it so hot. She's like, I've brought you, I believe it's something that we've confiscated from the above world. I believe it's called, you all call it just grape wine, of what they tell me.
Sure. Do you not like it?
She's like, I have not tried it. Because
let's try it together.
My advisor that knows many things about the above ground has told me that this is a good drink to have conversations over.
Well, what kind of conversation would you like to have?
She said, I would like to continue the conversations that we were having earlier. She's like, are you sure that you can't reconsider the offer about the blue dragon. She said, I would like to implore you that it could save many, many lives on both your side and mine.
I would hate to think that you came out looking like you are to want to renegotiate my dragon.
I am not.
That's going to be a no. I have to stand firm. I'm loyal to my people.
She said, I believe that. You know, I believe that you are going to do whatever you can for the sake of the people, of your people. And with this with this lich problem, that's a problem for the Drow and your people too, not just mine. I was hoping that maybe you thought about it and wished to think a little bit more about how the life of just some simple beast that could be replaced again could save so many.
Well, it doesn't have to be that way. I feel like you have control over that. Which you could be like, we could all put the past behind us, right?
She says, I wish it would be...
You're acting like there's no choice. There's always choices.
She's like, you do not understand Drow culture.
And you don't understand my culture.
She said, I do understand your culture. I've been exposed to it a long time. You must understand that us Drow women are in positions of power, and we must stand strong and lead over the Drow, and show that we are not just figureheads like those above. You know, we take power and we have to keep it every day and every minute.
My lady, I fully understand that. I can see you're a person of power.
So,
gracefully, my bad.
Yeah, roll insight.
Insight, 16 and 18.
Which number was it?
16 and 8. 16 and 8.
Oh, 16 and 8. I thought you said 16 and 18.
24.
Yeah.
24.
So you can tell that she's not telling everything. Like she's holding back. Like she's not telling a very important piece of information. Like her whole body language is...
Okay, so my lady, you're out here exposed, talking to me one-on-one. Is there something else that you want to talk about? Is there something else bothering you? I'm a great listener.
She says, I'm sure you are, but I've had many advisors, and that I'm not sure if I fully trust my advisor that also comes from up north, the top side.
Well, I can promise you won't have an advisor like me. I will be honest with you. I will not cower under your rule.
She says,
like probably your advisor may be.
She goes, well, that's the problem, because it's not supposed to be my rule. It was supposed to be my twin sister. My twin sister that happened to be the one your dragon killed, that was observing you all in disguise, because she wanted to be there when the two queens fought our cousin, my older sister, who has perished, and that So
I see. So
so
it's more of a personal thing. You're wanting my dragon.
she's like the people know that that the ambassador was one of the two Drow Empress sisters, but I had to pretend that I'm my sister, and that the weak one was the one that fell to her death, and that I've been caught, living a lie to keep the kingdom from falling apart. So the people will revolt. I am secretly opposed to this war, but between the advisors and the war council and even the people themselves, I've had to do all these things to keep the people together and not fragment. I've been my sister when the people think that I myself perished. The meek one, the one that didn't speak up, the one that didn't wasn't the forceful hand, the one that did everything that behind the scenes. It's like my facade is cracking.
If you want to know my honest answer, I believe that nothing happens for no reason. And I'm sorry for your sister's death. I am. It was a bad death. But nothing happens for a reason. Maybe you were meant to rule. Maybe the people needed you. Maybe during this crisis, your sister might not have been the one they needed.
She's like,
you need to look at things that everything happens for a reason.
She's like, I know, and I was the one that convinced my sister, the Empress, to go observe our cousins, trying to say, look how strong they are, and how our bloodline, even though it was diluted, was strong enough to rule under and over. And she went to observe, and it's all
and
my.
She got caught in the crossfire.
So it's like it's all my fault because of the years of me studying the upper side. I never believed that you all would just destroy like a watcher, especially in the court of the kingdom. It's like my folly has cost everything.
Well, the way my dragon looked, I'm sure the way he looked at it, that she was hiding and might have been hiding for a reason, to pop out to hit us when we were vulnerable. I don't know. But in that moment when he found your sister, he must have thought she was a threat.
She said this prejudice against the Drow, it's our fault, but we have many that do not believe in following Loth, and my facade, I believe, is starting to like crack, and I believe Loth is starting to suspect that I might not be as devout a follower as others are.
Do you want to be devout to Loth?
It's like I do follow Loth, but I do not believe in all the things that she wishes. I believe that all Drow should have the right to worship her and also other gods. So it is I that has kept the resistance that has been foundering in your little fort. Like I've allowed them to escape. Like many have tried, and while I haven't been able to allow all of them out, I've been able to get some out by making sure our people aren't always where they're at the best I can.
Deception. See what she says. It's true.
Oh, yeah, you mean insight?
Insight. 8 and 7. Was it 15?
Yeah. So you're having a little bit of a hard time believing her, but you're not sensing like no outright lies. But you're still, she's probably been trained in, politics and other things. So it wouldn't surprise me if she. Yeah, it wouldn't be a surprise if she could lie well.
Well, Your Highness, I'm always an ear for you to listen. And I can only speak for me and my people. We like being able to choose who we want to believe in or not. But I can't per se what's good for your people. I can only tell you what's good for mine. Well, we enjoy our freedoms.
She says if we don't correct.
But if we don't come together, we're not going to have the freedom to choose.
And she goes, I know, and she puts her hands on your hand. She said, you must listen. I could quell this bloodlust with this the head of your dragon. It's like they want something to unite behind, the sacrifice. Just like my people are moved to the fact that you're willing to come down here and sacrifice with this bravery and loyalty. It's like all it takes is just showing the people the death of this dragon, and that we're willing to have common ground.
Smirk, and I look at her in her face, put my hand on top of hers. I want to say, I cannot give up my dragon, but can we do some kind of, would you agree to some kind of illusion to make you think that we did?
She said it would take a great powerful mage to do something like that, to show, we would have to definitely have the dragon here for people to touch and gawk at.
I won't risk that. I won't risk that. He might be just a dragon to you, but he's more than that to me.
She said, how would you want to pull off this deception?
I'm pretty good at illusions.
But like where, how, what are you? It's like what do you?
Oh, I don't know. That takes some thought. I mean, I've got my mind on the battle to come. I mean,
what about? Would you and your dragon? She said there's another option. Is like you and your dragon could battle one of our dragon riders in fair combat. If you don't think that the illusion would work, if we can't get that here, so we could pick a place in the city so to where everyone can see, and if you would best.
I'm a bard. I've given up the warrior and soldier.
But this is the diplomatic way. It's like you and the like you and your steed and us and our steed in one-on-one combat, and then everyone would see the blood and the sweat and the tears, and and really single combat to save the fate of two kingdoms, and I could guarantee, win or lose, I would call this war off.
My lady, I've seen so many wars. I've seen wars start over the stupidest things, and thousands and thousands of people die over stupid lost causes, when all in all, it should have been the people that was involved should have fought. And I put my head up. And then I look her back in the face. I will have to talk to my dragon. But if we could quell it with just one fight, I think he would be in agreement too, that we could do this. We would agree to that. Nothing I would want to see for our people to stop fighting each other.
She said in our customs, this would be, this trial by force to resolve things. It's a very ancient way of doing things, to where two houses used to do this, choose a champion, and then the matter is settled. Your great king, that was Ava's father, did this in private to win the hand of her mother. It's like my aunt. And so if we could do this correctly, it could garner another 50 or 100 years of peace between us, or maybe longer.
I will agree to this, and I'm sure my dragon will too, but it would have to be on neutral ground. I'm sure you understand that.
It would have to be somewhere our people could see, though.
Was maybe somewhere close that your people could get to.
It's like we could get, we could.
Because my people are spread about fighting this disease. So, forgive me for thinking this, but we will be vulnerable to all of you. And if we win, could you guarantee us our safety?
So I could guarantee it. This is like one of our oldest traditions. It's like whole houses. How do you think that Loth has taken over down here? It's defeated the other great religious houses one by one, destroying. Our champion has helped us do this.
Well, like I said, I would agree to it.
So, and then I would very much if we could get this resolved, I would very much like to speak to my cousin Ava, and make peace between our two kingdoms.
Well, I would like that, but that would be something that would have to be done in her council. I can speak for you and speak for the Drow, but I can't guarantee that meeting.
She said, but you can help arrange it.
I'm close to her, so I can talk to her.
She says, I know that Ava is fair and just. I've seen how she rallied, and she looks at you deeply, and she says, whether you realize it or not, I was there the day that she gave the speech, hidden in the crowd, listening to her rally the troops after Lightbringer was killed. So
it was an amazing speech.
It's like
she's a very special woman.
I saw how everyone came together and mourned Lightbringer, and it's like I hate for that. But again, my generals can only go so far, and we had to do it to try to that's just the declaration of war that we do.
Right.
So I would like to stop with some of these old practices, but we can't until we can start mingling with other races It's like, I know that we are much hated. We've battled humans, and we've battled Drugar, and we've battled gnomes, and battled all sorts of sentient races, from kobolds to goblins. And I know that most of you all would mount up and form a great army to come raining down on us if you all could get past your differences. It's like this has to change, or the Drow will eventually perish in the dark where they thrive.
I like the way you think. If we could come together and make a pact and be peaceful, we could be even. This land would be so strong that it would take someone ignorant or crazy to go against us.
She says, I like that you've listened, and she leans closer, and she says, there's no other way that we can do this other than, our word is our bond, but our bond needs to be sealed in additional ways.
And what additional ways are you thinking of?
Do you need to roll insight on that?
No. Because I'm leaning in too.
So she looks as she leans a little closer. She goes, she says, everyone here in the court knows how strong you are and how you stood up to me and you stood up to Lolth. That right there, standing up to me was something, but to not even tremor when Lolth comes in, her essence fills the cavern. Our own people were just tremoring and cowardly. So the soldier that I beheaded had already lost his mind staring into Lolth. I actually did him a great service, because when they've lost it, it's like he himself was close to craziness, so I spared him the craziness. It's like I know it seems cruel that I did it, but solely he would have been mad. His mind would have maddened as he closed his eyes and face apart. So
you did him a service then.
She said, "Do not think bad of me."
I do not.
So she gets up and comes towards the door.
And then I get up and I grab her.
So she goes, she says, 1 second though. Trust me. And she comes and the door opens up, comes through. And she says, let the generals know that I've agreed to one-on-one champion combat with the dragons. One way or another, if there's peace, there will be peace with the fight. Either we will cancel the declaration of war if we win, if he shows, or if we lose, we will open up a new accord and talk to Ava from above and actually try to cooperate with Hubshine as much as we can. So the guard nods and he says, "I will have the papers drawn up, so that way the council will know." So he leaves, and she comes back over. She says, "My word is now will be in written form by him. So no matter what happens here on out, as long as you all will show up for the combat, so both kingdoms should be spared." So we are already moving out people out of the city as we speak.
That's great.
I had been sneaking out some slowly, but when there's 10,000, I can only do so many without countermanding my orders.
Well, you're doing your people a service. But what about you, my lady? What have you done for your service?
she goes, like many before me, like that have been in my bloodline. Apparently, we are cursed to be drawn to powerful upsiders. It's like, do you wish to finalize our pact?
Yes, I do.
So and she leans in and she kisses you.
I'll receive it.
So and
Put my hand around her waist.
So
Voice will get bad.
and then you all lay down and we fade to black.